So it's been a while, but you know, here we are with another review, I guess. You know, I tried to film this twice already, but my baby's not cooperating and she was having a hard time sleeping tonight, so I could be a little bit tired, but we're gonna do this anyway, so let's get into it. Today's video, we're talking about this. This is the Brown Buffalo Conceal Pack 21. The Brown Buffalo is one of my favorite brands. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. It's run by a guy named Douglas, and he's like one of the premier artisans in this sort of, let's say, enthusiast bag making community culture thing. The thing is that even though I'm a big fan, there are things I might change about this bag, and we'll go over that as we go. This is not meant to be like a super comprehensive review. It's more just to give you an idea about this particular bag. The Conceal Pack 21, Conceal Pack, comes in a variety of materials. It comes in a ton of different configurations. So I'm not going to talk about each particular thing individually. Like right now on their website, I believe the one that you can pre-order is Ballistic Nylon 1050D from Cordura. And it's, I believe, RVX 25, which is a RVX 25, which is a like a super orange interior. Be that as it may, this is mine. Mine is a custom one, which is this burnt orange clay 1000D Cordura, which I love. I love the look of this. This was a Christmas present from my wife and my daughter. She said it was from my daughter, but my daughter's like 10 months old and was like 7 months old at the time. So technically speaking, it was for my wife. Now this is the newest version, kind of. The one that's for pre-order right now has some slight differences between this one, which was the version previous to that one. I talked to Douglas a little bit about this. I didn't get like a clear answer as to what the differences were, aside from some minor tweaks to the way the pattern works, and that the bottom here is slightly flatter so that the bag doesn't do like this. Like in this case, this bag stands up well on its own, but it has a bit of a like a lean. And apparently the new one will stand up perfectly straight. To me, to be honest, that's not a huge deal. As long as it stands up, generally I enjoy that. But if it's going to stand up a bit straighter, sure. Awesome. In terms of other parts of this bag, the first thing I want to say is that it's built impeccably. Like, I mean impeccably. Like, the stitching is great. Everything about this bag just screams quality. And I mean, everything from like the top handle, but it's not, I'm going to say it's not overkill. And I want to show you another bag just as an example. This is also a Brown Buffalo Conceal. Now this is the 19 version 3. So this was the one previous to this. This one felt slightly overkill. Like for example, it had like these really beefy AquaGuard zippers here. The bottom is like super thickly padded, ballistic nylon on the bottom. It just felt like I think, I can honestly say, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the liner is 1000D. The liner. Now, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. This is probably like my most used of the conceals. Now, one thing I like that was done with the Conceal Pack 21, which is this newer version, is that it was simplified a little bit. The bottom has a little bit less padding. I know people say like they're worried it doesn't have any padding at all, but that being said, it does have some padding. Douglas has told me that there's a little bit of padding there, and just enough. Because he uses high quality stuff, I think your stuff will be fine. This particular version, since it was a custom one, it does not have an AquaGuard zipper here. He kind of bounces back and forth between having AquaGuards and not having AquaGuards. I actually don't like AquaGuard zippers on a bag like this, because when this bag is here, you can just like, non-AquaGuard zippers are just like real smooth. Feel that? Real smooth. He uses a number 10 YKK zipper here on the main compartment, and a number 8 here on this, which is the front conceal, I guess, pocket or whatever. No, front quick access kind of deal. And then on the laptop compartment here, there is a number 8 or maybe a number 5. Can't see, but high quality nonetheless. These bags, as I said, vary run to run, so you have to really check carefully when you're getting one, which one you're getting. You can email them, or you can check out just look at the pictures. So for example, like mine has a mesh backing here. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have Cordura or ballistic nylon or something else in the back here. Mine is mesh. There is a pass-through here for your luggage stuff. Yes, it is meant to be slightly offset. That's just kind of how it goes. It goes all the way over to the laptop pocket here. The grab handle on these bags has been the same basically ever since, like, forever. And it's a great grab handle. It's simple in a way, but feels amazing to use. The straps on the Conceal Pack are great. They are, they use a very nice foam. The mesh feels really high quality here. The mesh on the back of the straps is great. They're sewn in wonderfully up here. This bag is very comfortable for me. I find it fits very well on my back. It can be a little bit like kind of, how can I say? It can feel a bit boxy on my back. I'm a shorter guy. I think for me, the 19 that I just showed you almost fits me slightly better. So I tend to go with that one for like my daily carry a little bit more. But this one, being slightly bigger, can do a little bit more for me. The straps have like these, the zombie, run away from zombie, apocalypse now, whatever these things might be. And I mean, I heard that that's related to being berry compliant or something. I don't know. There are D-rings here on the straps that you can attach. It comes with one of these key things here. You can attach anything you want. The hardware all feels really high quality here. Sternum strap that slides up and down this webbing. I like that the webbing or the sternum strap stuff starts here, and then it's clean up here. Just gives it a bit of a clean look in use. Now, this is the EDC version of the Conceal Pack. So there was just a Conceal Pack before this, and then there was the EDC Conceal Pack 21, which this is. The EDC stands for, or represents, these two webbing loop things here, because basically what you can do is you can attach things to these webbing loops. Now, this is a porter pouch pencil case from the Brown Buffalo. And there are these attachment points here, and what you can do is, done. You can attach these porter pouches here to the side. They fit perfectly along the edge. Now, obviously mine doesn't match, but that's okay. I think it looks fine. I don't know if I like having two of them there. It feels a bit kind of like rocket shippy, rocket packy, but with this one, I think it's cool. I like the idea of being able to throw some extra stuff in here, especially when traveling. And I think that when traveling with this bag, the extra liter or whatever this gives you is actually quite useful. So you can have one here and one on the other side if you need. Also, there are these straps. Now, I don't know if they come with the new ones or if you have to order them. But anyway, they are available. These straps can go like this, and you can use them for something like a skateboard, for example, or a jacket, or anything else you want to hook onto, whatever floats your boat, as it were. The straps feel super high quality, like the webbing is really nice. I love the way it looks with my orange one here. I've actually used them a couple of times, and in an emergency, like with my baby, and we got a toy for her that was huge, and I had to strap it onto the front. With that, worked great. As we get into the inside of this bag, I just want to talk a little bit about the size. For reference, this bag is 21 liters. It's said to be 21 liters. The thing is that compared to other 21 liter bags, this bag feels large. This is the GoRuck GR1 21 liters, and honestly, I don't know if you can see that, but the Conceal Pack definitely feels slightly larger than that. Now, the Conceal Pack 19 to me, which is the camo one you saw earlier, that feels more like the GR1 21 liter. To be fair, I kind of like that. I like that this bag will take a lot of stuff. Like, I have it stuffed with a 19 liter Conceal right now just to get the shape to look like this, which I'll show you in a second. One thing that I want to talk about with this bag is the external access. Now, there is no quick access pocket on this bag, and I think that's for me, with the conceal pack in general, that's sort of like the one bummer that I've always had. Now, you can kind of get it with this, but you're adding something on. Nowadays, even like GoRuck has gone to a quick access pocket up here on the top. Most companies have a quick access pocket somewhere on the bag. This is kind of a quick access, I suppose, this front pocket here, but sometimes people prefer to have one up on top here. I do too, but like for me, it's not a deal breaker. That's why this is still like my favorite bag or one of my favorite bags. But it's something like if it was there, I'd appreciate it. But if it's not there, it doesn't bother me a whole lot. He has added it to the 30-liter version of this bag. He's added one up here, and I've heard that it's possible it might come to the 21-liter version. Not sure yet. I don't think it's confirmed or anything like that, but it's possible. And it could be something that would be useful in the future. Now, I get away without having it because I do the same thing I do on my GoRuck bags, which is like, there is a mesh pocket up here, and I just kind of, my quick access is here and into that pocket there. Another thing you're going to want to do with this bag is use Velcro or get used to like hook and loop style pouches. The Brown Buffalo offers a lot of these pouches. They're called like mods, I think. And basically what they do, because this bag has so much hook and loop, or so much loop, I guess in this case, you're gonna need to attach things via loop or via hook and loop Velcro stuff to get more organization if you need it. Now that's cool in a way because it's if you need it. This front pocket here is a good example. So this front pocket has nothing in it, like nothing. It's just loop, and that's it. There's loop on this side, and this side is just that Cordura. Now there's a key lanyard up here, which I don't know if you can see. The key lanyard hangs down and is very useful, of course, but that's all that you get in this pocket. Now, what I tend to do is attach like an Alpha 19er makes a thing for here, or Brown Buffalo themselves make really good ones. So just like whatever you want. Now you have to keep in mind that that adds to the cost of these bags, so you end up spending more money based on, you know, what you add. So I mentioned earlier that this was one of my favorites for daily carry, this woodland version of it. Now in this one, now you're probably not going to be able to see that, but there actually are two pockets here on this side that zip. One of the mods, or one of the Velcro things you can buy for this one, adds this type of pocket. Now, the thing is, you can say, well, why doesn't he just keep this on there? The thing is, some people don't use these. Therefore, with this, you can get rid of it or attach it as you wish. Right now, I don't have anything in this particular one because I don't need it. I just throw my keys in there and maybe my wallet, and that's flat enough. Now, the pocket goes all the way down to the bottom here, so whatever you put in here is going to go all the way down to the bottom. The laptop compartment on this bag is back here, and the laptop compartment, it's not raised up off the bottom. So what I tend to do with this bag is I will put like something small down here, like a just a small piece of padding or a t-shirt or anything you want. You can just shove it down in the bottom here, and that will give you enough to raise it off the bottom. Again, this bag, because I want to show you. So the reason that that laptop compartment is not like super important is because this thing here, this thing on the back here, this is the mod, the mod, which Velcros onto the back of the bag. A lot of people prefer to have their laptop like in the main compartment like this, so it works in that case. So this is a 15.6-inch laptop, and you have to like put it in sideways and then like that, and it fits in perfectly fine. To me, this is actually like a very easy laptop compartment to use. I think it's actually better than a lot that do this. You just have to get used to it. It doesn't go in this way. You have to go in sideways, and then up, and then in, and you're in. Now let's talk about the internals of the bag. So this is a fully clamshell opening bag, which means like, you know, obviously it opens fully clamshell like this. This is actually my first ever Brown Buffalo product. I don't think he's particularly proud of these Vietnam ones. This one was made in Vietnam, but I actually kind of dig it. It's like 420D, it's a little bit soft. And I still loved it, no matter what. I think this is actually, it has a special place in my heart because it's my first ever conceal pack. This is a conceal pack 19 based on the version 2, I believe. And I love it. It's very simple and kind of Jan sporty in a good way. But I like this bag. I like this bag a lot. Now, the inside of this bag is pretty simple, and it's kind of followed the same path since the beginning. I have the original conceal pack. Like, I mean, the very first conceal that they made. And surprisingly similar, aside from the fact that the laptop compartment is here. But it's just similar to that mod, that Velcro thing that I just showed you in the Woodland one. Now on the inside here, you can see what I've done is I've attached this Alpha 19er organizer to the back here. I just use it for like things like my hand sanitizer and stuff like that in here. You can get the ones from the Brown Buffalo specifically. This one works perfectly fine for me though. The liner of these newer versions really depends on your bag. Mine's custom, so you get this custom liner. Mine, I believe, is VX21, and it's a teal VX21 with this red, binding. I love it. I think it looks awesome. Rick's here. Woo! Hard to like not look at that, and you know. In any event, you can stick whatever you want on the back of here. The Velcro is pretty intense though. I like the fact the whole thing is lined, and this X-Pack liner is quite light, unlike the 1000D liner I showed you on the earlier bag. There are these two dump pockets here. People kind of say like they don't like these dump pockets or they're not sure how to use them. I use them for baby bottles. I use them for pouches. They are sized well for, so like that Porter pouch I showed you earlier, they are basically sized perfectly for that. So, I mean, that would be like the ideal option, but you can put in whatever you want. I think it works perfectly fine because for me, it's very rare that my bag is like this. Now, when you go like this, obviously whatever's in here might fall out because it's not attached. There used to be Velcro here, but they ditched the Velcro, which is fine. But for me, I tend to use my bags mostly like this. I tend to use my bags mostly like this looking down. And because I'm looking down, I can like literally just grab the things out of here and it doesn't fall out ever. The clamshell opening, I think, is more for like travel. You can pack out the internals of this as you wish while you travel, and then, you know, put the things in here as you want. When I travel, I don't use these anyway. They just lie flat because my packing cube is down here. There is a mesh pocket up here. The mesh feels great. Nice zipper. You can see this is something that Douglas always puts here. So it says, practice empathy. I dig that. I think something we all can do is practice empathy. Everything on this bag is bound. Every stitch looks great. There are so many attention to detail things in this bag. It's almost bananas. It's really hard to explain. Every single point, like, there are these little Hypalon things right here, and they both have the Brown Buffalo, like, right in this little, like, I don't know if that focused, but if it did, it's cool. Stuff like that, like, doesn't need to happen. Like, he doesn't have to do that. You know what I mean? I really like when things kind of are more than what they need to be. There's nothing wrong with more than they need to be. The thing about this bag for me is, like, it's $400 or so, depending on the configuration you get. But like $400, and then you add like the laptop thing I showed you, I think is around 60 or 50. You end up at like a $500 bag by the time you are all said and done with one of these. That is obviously crazy expensive. The thing is, it's very rare these days to get a bag that's made with as much care as these bags are made. Made by somebody you can, like, see. Not that he makes all these bags by hand. He does not. But there's a bit of care here. And I think that that's something that is being lost in the manufacturing industry. A lot of people will talk about made in the USA. This is made in the USA. It's made in California. I don't care at all about made in the USA, honestly. That is not my jam. I'm not American. It doesn't bother me whether a bag's made in the USA or Vietnam or wherever. The thing is that I do like the idea of there being a face that I can see that's taking care of all this. I dig that. I don't know. It's different. It's different. In this day and age, that's not something that's so common. So, you know, I like supporting these guys. They had a rough time with customer service and stuff recently, and I think it was just a matter of like being undermanned and you know, having a hard time like getting back to people and stuff. But I think that's turned around. I've heard that they've brought on some people and things have been kind of running a bit more smoothly, which is awesome. I can't recommend this bag enough. I do love these bags. There are things I would change. For sure, I would love to see a quick access pocket here on this bag. The other little nitpicks I have are like, for me, the VX liner in here, while great, can be sticky. It's something I've run into with other bags, like when the liner is VX, like when you're putting a bottle in or something, it has a bit of a, like a, for me anyway, it seems to have a little bit of, it's like, can be slightly sticky, especially the inside of those dump pockets. But again, not a big deal there. I think for me, the obvious downside would be the price, but you know, it's always a matter of you get what you pay for, if that makes sense. And the last thing is, I don't love the laptop compartment being on the other side. Obviously, this laptop compartment is not amazing without it being raised up off the bottom, and it's not meant to be particularly a laptop compartment, so that's another thing that's sort of a bummer. Now, on my old one, all the pockets are on this side. So the laptop compartment is back here. Now, my laptop does not fit in this laptop compartment, so that's one thing. Now, my guess is it's so that people can sling off either shoulder. Sling off this shoulder, you can get into this one. I don't know who's slinging off and getting their laptop, but, and you can sling off your, so you sling off your left shoulder, you can get your laptop. Your right shoulder, you can get what's in this pocket up front here. You end up a bit of that like thing that I struggle with Evergoods bags, where I have a hard time getting things out of the left sling side shoulder, left shoulder sling. But because my laptop goes in there, it doesn't affect me with this bag particularly. I'll tell you one thing I wish that would come back. I'm sure that if Doug watches this video, he's probably not going to agree with me, but it's something I wish would come back. So on this Vietnam one, there are pockets on both sides. So the right side and the left side. So you can sling off whatever shoulder you want. And I think it actually looks kind of symmetrical here. I like that. Aside from that, that's all I have for today. This is the Brown Buffalo Conceal Pack 21. I'm gonna try really hard to get a Conceal Pack 30 to test out, and then maybe someday down the road I'll get the newest version of this. But this is a special one because this was the present from my wife and my daughter, and my Christmas present, and all those things. So I'll love this one dearly, if not for anything else, then for that. There are some big changes coming up in my whole YouTube thing soon, so keep an eye out for that. I can't talk about it yet, but you'll see it in the near future. Aside from that, talk soon, kids. Much love. Bye bye.